I guess
like it, then
I guess
at least you have clearance.
Yeah. So essentially, I can at this stage ask for that independent review, and can that take place before I'm admitted?
It would likely take place after they would visit you on the ward to discuss what your options are.
So it wouldn't be so there is essentially not a barrier between me and this next step.
That's correct, yeah.
I don't have a choice.
At the moment, no.
At this stage.
I don't have a choice in this, and there's nothing I can do to push back against this at this time.
No.
To stop me from going into that direction. No.
When you phrase it like that, it sounds very sinister.
It does, yeah, it does.
The longer answer is, I do empathize with your position. That's why I don't want to get into the weeds of me trying to convince you that you have something wrong with you. Rather, I want to frame it more that we have enough of this reasonable suspicion.
And that's based on what the lady that came to the apartment and requested I be brought in, that's based on what she says. And the other part of it is what's been said to you prior to that.
I'm going to speak to you very frankly.
Go on, no, please. I would really appreciate that.
For transparency.
Yeah.
I don't know if the notes miscommunicate something or if I'm missing something, but there does seem to be two yous. One of the yous that people have talked to seems to be a little bit emotionally disinhibited, combative, not really approaching reason, but the other you presents as quite calm, quite reasonable, able to account for your mental state. And I guess I'm having difficulty reconciling what I see in front of me now, what I saw on Saturday, to the notes that...
I think, though, that the situation is that what you're seeing is there's not two me's. What you're seeing is me in two different situations.
And I can appreciate
so
that.
You're seeing a situation whereby I'm feeling quite threatened, and then you're seeing a situation whereby I feel like I'm actually involved in a discussion. And those two, they're not. It's not two me's. It's two different situations.
Yeah, but there's also a part of you too that made decisions for your physical health as well. Left hospital quite abruptly. Still had monitoring equipment.
But I've explained why I did that. I explained that I didn't appreciate the steps that were being taken next. There was the feeding tube. I didn't want to be on the feeding tube.
You just need a longer period of assessment. And
I don't.
The medical team here.
I don't think that's appropriate.
At this moment in time,
I don't think that's appropriate.
I don't feel 100% comfortable. You're going back to the scenario.
I think that's inappropriate.
So it's our duty of care to you and your children, and I think you do need to be in hospital for a few more days at least, just to make sure all is well. And maybe they'd want to sort of talk to your husband as well, and just.
But my husband is the aggressor, so that puts.
But I mean, you're going back to the aggressor.
I know exactly, but then,
totally
that's the steer that the mental health team ran from, isn't it? From what my husband was saying.
I don't know how they will deal with it. But
no, but the mental health team responded as a result of what my husband was saying.
I promise you, we have considered that. We have considered that he might be a biased observer. That he might be giving us.
He might be a biased observer.
I think you sound credible when you say that, and so we don't want to go on his